Okay, so we are filming outside today. It finally feels like spring. It is beautiful out. I have broken out my lace kimono and leather vest and overalls. I am ready for spring. I am ready for summer. You know that with summer, it means a lot of concerts, a lot of live music, some music festivals. Coachella being this past weekend is kicking off music festival season. There's music festivals going on all over the world. There's some in Europe, some in California, on the West Coast in California, and then there's some here on the East Coast where I reside. I'm going to see Life in Color, and then I'm also going to all 3 days of Gov Ball. That's two. I'm going all 3 days of Gov Ball. I went to Gov Ball last year, and I'm not saying I'm a music festival expert, but there's definitely some things you need to know. So today we are doing some real talk. Real things you need to know. Okay, the biggest amateur mistake that people make is their footwear. Do not wear sandals, do not wear Birkenstocks. So many people wore Birkenstocks. The Friday of Gov Ball, it was rainy, humid, it was like pouring rain the night before. So the music festival is outside. The ground was disgusting. By day two, it was more mud than anything else. You could sink a few inches when you were walking from set to set. There was just shoes stuck in the mud. Don't be that person. It's gonna ruin your day. You need a closed toe, preferably like a sturdy shoe. I wore old Keen hiking boots, and that was the best decision I could have made. I wore high knee socks rolled down with them, and I could not have been happier. If you're really against hiking boots, or you think it really throws your aesthetic off, I would go with a beaten up pair of slip-on Vans, or even a cowgirl boot. Western trend is so in, you could go with a cowgirl boot. Regardless, there is a lot of alternatives. I went with one of my best friends, and she grew up in Europe, and she grew up going to a lot of different music festivals. She had told me in advance not to wear nice shoes, so I did not fall prey to this trap, and I'm trying to share my advice so you don't fall prey to this trap. The second piece of advice I can give you is to bring a bag. I had a crossbody, sling bag. My friend had a fanny pack, a cute fanny pack. Nasty Gal sells some really cute ones. I have this glorious fanny pack from Urban Outfitters. It's just good because you want your arms free, and you don't want something that could be out of your sight, like a backpack someone could unzipper while you're in a crowd. You just want something compact to your body. Also, a sub tip, super secret tip, I'd invest in a portable charger. Okay, step number 3, don't wear white pants. A white peasant blouse is okay, but honestly, I'd stay away from white. Every music festival lookbook I have been looking at show girls standing in the desert in a white dress next to a cactus. Okay, that's not practical. Just like the shoes, that's not practical. You are either in the desert or on a big grassy field if you're at Randall's Island for Panorama or Gov Ball. You're gonna be in a big grassy, muddy field. White tends to stain and just harder for you to function, so I would stay away or wear minimal white or just use it as an accent color. It's summertime. It is really freaking hot, especially if you're in California, but even, in New York, at Randall's Island, it was sweltering hot. You do not want to be wearing a lot of clothing. It's also, kind of like music festival clothing. Festival lookbooks tend to not promote a lot of clothing. So what I would recommend is get jewelry, really cool jewelry. Big Aztec medallion necklaces or body chains. PacSun has some really cool hand chains. So they have a ring that attaches to a bracelet. I have a few of them, and they're really cheap, so it wouldn't matter if they broke or something. A lot of rings could be pretty because when you're dancing and the lights are catching off of it. Earrings, headbands, but I would not wear like heavily embroidered clothing, a lot of layers. You don't want to be held down by your clothing when you're dancing, first of all. And it's also really, really warm, and you do not want to be uncomfortable. You don't want uncomfortable clothing rubbing against you. I'd go with something loose personally. Hats. My biggest regret of Gov Ball was the fact that I had nowhere to sit. So they have picnic benches. Like they had a hammock area where you could like lay on the different hammocks. That's all very cool, but there is a lot of people at Gov Ball. So if you manage to secure a spot, good for you. But as soon as you get up because your favorite artist is coming on, or you want to go get food, or you have to go wait on the bathroom line, someone's gonna take the spot from you. There's no, I called this spot, like you can't sit there. It's a free-for-all. It's very free-spirited people. So my biggest regret was that I kind of had to sit on the grass. If the ground is wet and gross, you don't necessarily want to be sitting on it. So what I would do is I would take a towel and I would cut it to be a square, like a butt-sized square, something just for you to sit on, and I'd have you and whoever you're going with just bring like a little square for you to sit on. I wouldn't personally bring a full-size towel because I would not carry that around. I want to be dancing and running around and having a good time. So that's just my piece of advice. I'm gonna try it this year. So if you try that, also let me know what you think. And if you have another recommendation for that problem, leave it down below. I almost forgot. Comment down below your favorite artist and or if you are going to any music festivals this year. I want to know what you guys are interested in. Thank you so much for watching, and I will probably be uploading a music festival lookbook soon. You can check out my one from last year if you want to see it. Whee!